This has been a very ancestral summer for you. And for some of you, it's even all of 2025. It's been a very ancestral year, but it's not in like a traditional sense. I'm seeing someone who doesn't have either like a strong connection to their family or like their roots. This could be like if you had a lot of orphans in your family, or there's just been I'm seeing even someone who was like adopted and doesn't know like their really like where they came from, that kind of thing. Is that there could be like generalized ideas but not having a firm grasp of their roots, because sometimes I see content of people like they'll have pictures of like their entire family tree in their home, and this is something that you can't really relate to. It's like you've got like this much of the picture, but most of how you've been connecting with like your lineage has been completely in spirit. That for you, like connecting with your ancestry or your family has been very spiritual, that you don't have that deep connection that other people seem to have, where they can go back however long and see these people. You don't really have that. It's been like a very spiritual practice, which makes your like connection to your roots a lot different. But what I'm also getting, especially with this romantic card, is that it's almost like you don't have this almost like handed to you understanding, because you were here to shape your lineage in a new way. And a lot of your understanding of your lineage has been coming through you digging deeper into like your self-love practice and understanding yourself on a deeper level. That what I'm getting is you've been discovering certain aspects of yourself or things that you've always felt drawn to, and like your external is being revealed as like things that were hidden inside of you. It's almost like you're uncovering pieces of you that were already there that you couldn't see. This is almost, I'm seeing like someone with like a blanket on top of them and like coming out from underneath that there's almost, and the blanket is like societal expectations or 222 on my timer, or even like something that society put on you to almost hide what you are on the inside. Almost, I'm getting like conformity, that kind of thing, is like wearing something that didn't belong to you, and then you take it off and you see that all the things that you were like subconsciously drawn to, or even, yeah, subconscious is what I'm getting, is like if you had like weird tugs towards things, like you've always wanted to go somewhere, or you're really interested in like a certain kind of jewelry or that kind of thing, is like it was actually tied to something in your lineage, in your past, that kind of thing. It's tied to your roots, and you're starting to see these things come up. I'm hearing like changes in hair care. So your hair could be very important to you. It could maybe like caring for your hair has been a practice that has connected you with like ancestral kinds of things. I'm even hearing like hair changes. So if there's something that you changed up that you were like, oh wait, there's something that, yeah, either you changed or you discovered, and it's about yourself or how you care for yourself. That's very important. This is a very balanced energy, that it's as you've poured into yourself. It's 333 on my timer. You could see a lot of repeating angel numbers that suggests, again, like an ancestral presence. But it's been like it's almost like you're the altar is what I'm getting. That as you pour into yourself, it's almost like that's how the spirits that have been around you the whole time are like speaking through you. That it's yeah, I don't know why I'm seeing someone like straighten their hair for years, and then like they finally embrace having like wavier or curlier hair, that kind of thing, and that it connects them with like either like a grandmother figure or something like that. I don't know why hair is so significant. Yeah, but there's this energy that you had been really disconnected from yourself, and that it's the more you connect to yourself, that like rooting within yourself allows this, like, I'm seeing like DNA strands. So it's almost like something within your DNA unlocks, that you're like, oh wait, I've been drawn to certain things my whole life, or things that you felt like you had to repress that you don't feel like you have to anymore, has like connected you much more deeply with your ancestral roots, whether you got to know them intimately or not. It's 4 on my timer. Yeah, especially with this Dream World card. This is a very past lives card. This is unique to this deck. It is about making the impossible possible, but this is a fortress with no windows or doors, and you use the power of your mind to get through. So where there was no physical or tangible way for you to connect, maybe with your lineage, it's that you went inside your mind, you went inside of you to do that. Especially with this Pathfinder reverse to confirm this, that there was no, when this is in the upright, there's like a million ways to get here. This is like, you felt like there was no way for you to connect with this side of you. And somehow you still found a way, and it was through pouring into yourself. So this has been like a very ancestral summer or year for you, but through your connection with yourself, that it almost came around in like a very unexpected way, especially if you were someone where there are like traditional ways to connect with like ancestors or that kind of thing, but you didn't feel as connected to it because you didn't know who you're speaking to or that kind of thing. And then it came around in a much different way, that as you poured into yourself, 555 on my timer, it's like it blossomed within you, that there are, how you connected with it may have been different than other people, but the results I'm hearing flourished. That, yeah, that this wasn't like the typical route to do things, and that it's almost like you went your own path, you went your own way. I'm hearing like going against the grain, going against stereotypes, which actually may be very unique to you and your path. That could be something that you really resonate with, very unconventional. Even when it comes to like almost taboo things, like, spirituality can be a little taboo in some spaces. That even in spaces that seem like, you can still be different. And this is saying that this was a slow but steady and very rewarding progress, and you're about to see how this speaks in your outside world. That it's like you've done so much of this inner work that now it's like your lineage gets to speak through you. That it's like you were doing all of this work on the inside, so that the outside world can really see what you came from and the beauty of what you came from, that was either repressed or almost like taken away from you, but not in a way that you had any control over. It was almost like years and years ago, this was set way in motion, that you would have no like tangible connection to this, but it's because like the seed was planted inside of you to flourish in a new way. It's almost like you're a new beginning, if that makes sense to you. So if this resonates with you, let me know, and all of my services are linked in my bio.